What is going on, friends? We are here at the Carlile Ford Nationals. The Formula Drift team is in Orlando. I dropped in here for one day to have some fun, put some smiles on faces drifting this hot rod. Fun havers Reese Conklin and Morgan Oldham are also here doing some drifting. And this one's gonna be for all my Ford fans. There's some amazing cars here. I'm gonna go out, check them out, and just hang out with my people. Much love, let's get to it, friends.
I'm running for a torque system. It takes a lot to impress you.
Well, this is a race horse. These are the types of things to think about. Do I have time? No. The love is real, amazing. Hang out with my peoples. Love it. Let's go have some fun, baby. That was a blast. Definitely feeling like a lion in a cage. You know, it's a very tight course, but it's also like, it gives the opportunity to be super technical, and there's only so many configurations, but it's just like a freestyle session, you know? You know, for those of you wondering, you know, why would I be doing this and not at FD? You know, this honestly was the purpose of stepping back so that I can basically pick and choose events every year. And as myself personally and our partners have different goals each year, I'm able to just kind of evolve those as needed. And it gives me more time to do this. You know, this event for me is literally a one day and then get home the night with the family that same night. So it allows me to deliver on my goals of being with the family more, but also allows me to be on the ground with our people, our TR owners, Mustang and Ford owners, and just create, you know, cool experiences for them. And that's a big focus of myself personally. Ford as a whole, create shows and experiences for their owners and just give back to those that support us. So I'm very proud to be a part of those things, and you know, I'll find the fun while I'm doing it. So very cool first session, had a blast. Reese was ripping in the S197, and I'm gonna head back now to the display, get out of my monkey suit, go check the show out a bit.
What do I gotta do to get you to sign my dash?
I gotta get your vehicle. Where is it?
It's a 23 Bronco on top of the hill.
Okay, what color is it?
Oxford white, it's running over a Jeep.
It's running over a Jeep?
I made a little flex ram.
I might have to come see that. This is my personal Spec 2 RTR. For those of you ever wondering if I drive my car, my personal cars that I buy, yes, I buy them, they don't fall from the sky. If I drive them like the cars and the early vehicles and stuff we get from Ford, the marketing vehicles and stuff, the answer is yes. You know why? Because they can do this. And I will do this all day in this car and still would be able to drive it home. Even though I'm flying home, not driving home, it would do it 1,050 million %. Booyah, baby. I love it. And hey, look, it's this easy. You ready? Boop, drift brake, engage. Boop, boop. Sick. And you know I got the Fox body dash up just for nostalgia purposes. All right, so we're over here, Cruise for a Cause, a group that we love to support. Dan does an amazing job. He's everywhere, every Mustang event. They have this 2024 Dark Horse hood. I assume Ford helped you out with this?
Exactly.
And you got a bunch of people signing it. Got Carl Whitman, my boy, a chief engineer, Holman Moody. Who else we got on here that I would know?
Joe Bellani signed it, the new Mustang marketing
Joe,
manager.
is he here today?
Joe is here.
Okay, great. I look forward to seeing him. Very cool. Boom. People go to win these things. They do it here?
Fall Ford Fest, October 5th is when we're going to be drawing them.
Okay.
All the money supports cancer research.
And that is where?
Wisconsin. Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, October.
Okay, your Road America event.
Road America event,
Cool.
yes.
Very
yes.
cool. All right, so I had to come check my boy out, who told me that he had his Bronco on a Jeep. That's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So he said, I'm signing his dash. I'm gonna leave him a little present here. Oh no, I only brought a black. Oh, he even left me a gold marker. Look at this. Look at the thoughtfulness of this. Ta-da! Beautiful. Classics. Tons of new. Look at this bad boy. Still going. Very cool seeing all the new Broncos coming out.
And a drink.
New Bronco owners, new fam starting. Ooh, what do we have here?
Hey, it's Vaughn.
How you doing, man?
All right, yourself?
Just checking out the same hot rod you are.
Yep.
Clearly we're attracted to it for a reason.
That's right.
Look at that bad boy. Look at that. That is so sick. Got some 20s on it. Very cool, my man.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
It's awesome. What is this motor out of?
That's out of the F650 Ford.
Holy crap. You built this yourself?
I can't take the credit for it.
Okay.
I went home, told my wife I was going to buy this car. She said, dummy, you got kids in college. You got 3 boys in college. You can't get a car
That's exactly
like that.
why I'm buying it. That's exactly why I'm buying
I
it.
like you more and more.
So Mavericks are really interesting to me. I think they're super cool with a lot of potential, especially sport truck stuff. Oh, look at my man here. Oh, we got our wheels. I was like, oh, he's got our stickers now. He's got our wheels on there. Heck yeah. The Aero 5s, they look good on everything. They look good on Mustang, they look good on Mach-E, and they look good on Maverick. Look at that. And then there's on there the NT420s. Always love coming to these shows. You see some really cool things, see a lot of things that I personally wouldn't do, but you know, I respect everybody's efforts and style. You know, it's like shoe choice. Speaking of shoes, you know how to break out my Sunny Specials. For those of you who don't know, Ben Hobson's girlfriend, Sunny, made me these amazing shoes to match the livery of my car. She put 10 days in it. That's a lot of love to give anyone, and I'm extremely, extremely grateful. And this is the first event that's been nice enough for me to be able to enjoy it. In the swap meet area, I'm halfway in the market for a 4i Fox front end. I said it, Chelsea, a 4i Fox front end. Doubtful, but you never know what might pop up at one of these shows that you just absolutely have to have, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, look at this Pantera, sold already. So evidently I've found the vehicle for sale area. Quite a few 4Is here, but I don't think they want to sell the front end off those.
I don't have Brocky with me, unfortunately.
Well, I hope that means you're sold out.
It is.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. For those you don't know, there's Michael Myers, who does all these rad books. When Gunner was born, I don't know, 6 months, a year, I was reading this book and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to this dude and see if he wants to do a story on Brocky, because I felt that my story with Brocky and like how we were like kind of ridiculed and kind of pushed around a bit early on in the series was a really cool story for kids. And he was like, dude, I'm so in. So if you guys haven't seen it, check him out. What's the website?
TisForTurbo.com.
TisForTurbo.com.
And it's available.
And you'll see the Brocky book. It's also on Amazon. And it's a really cool book. So
I wish I had some here.
nice to see you. No worries, man.
You as well.
Very nice to see you, brother. All right, well, my alarm just went off, so I'm heading over to the stage, they call it. And we're gonna do a walk around of the RTR Spec 2, as well as the Spec 5D. And you know, show some vehicles and chat. It's always nice to get in front of a nice new crowd out here of fans that I don't traditionally get to engage with. So.
Yesterday, but let's make sure it's legit. Who wants to hear from Vaughn Gettin Jr.? All right.
Thank you all. I really appreciate that.
That's what we like. So Vaughn Gittin Jr., multi-time Formula Drift champion, regionally local fella too, from Maryland. You probably came to Carlile as a youngin' just tooling around, but professionally speaking, we've had you here a couple of times, including last year. What brings you back year over year?
Yeah, this is one of those events I get to spend time with my fellow Ford fam and check out everybody's creations. You know, I'm just a car guy at heart. You know, that's where all this started from, just my passion of cars. You know, my dad was a used car salesman, and he used to always bring cars home from the auction, and I'd be tinkering with them. And so I was that weird kid that at 4 or 5 years old could tell you a car by headlights and taillights. So it's in my blood, and you know, I was just cruising through the swap meet, and it was just like little kid vibes, because I remember doing that with my father as a kid. So I love this, and that's what keeps bringing me back, you know, and I get to now, you know, show our vehicles that are available all over the world for people to buy, our parts, products, and complete vehicles, and perform. So all of my passions in one place.
How about it for Vaughn Gittin Jr., ladies and gentlemen? Now, Vaughn's going to be headed back to the booth for a little bit.
So just getting here, got an amazing, look at these amazing, beautiful people. The love is real, amazing. So we're about to do a meet and greet autograph session here, and yeah, hang out with my peoples. Love it. As an old baseball card collector, this is always wild for me to have an upper deck card. If you know, you know. B2013 here. This was actually shot in a warehouse in Charlotte. And this was the same shoot as the previous. Wow, yeah, it was 09. That was my last year with that livery. I remember things. Everything good? Last year. Look at those two studs, dude. So we met at the 60th, and he's like, dude, sign my arm. I'm going to get it tattooed tomorrow. And I'm like, are you sure? You sure you want to do this? He's like, yep. And then here he is. Boom. Right next to my boy KB. I love it, bro. Yo. Yeah. Thank you, man.
No problem, man.
Should I write like don't pull me over on here or something? I didn't even know these existed. Yeah. December now. Let's go. No. So my man Dalton is back with his Fox. You guys might remember this from last year. Wide body, beautiful to me. Some might be like, well, the paint's not good, whatever. You know, it's got character. I love that. If you guys remember, 2-liter EcoBoost. I already see some changes you made. You got a proper air filter on it.
Yeah, you said last year to get the K&N, so I got a K&N filter.
And I see a little bigger Turbski on there.
Yeah, so that's a 3071. It's based off of the Garrett 3071. It's made by B&R Supercars. A lot more boost, a lot more airflow, a lot more power.
Yeah, so what are we making now power-wise?
So we dynoed it yesterday. It made 392 wheel horsepower. This turbo should be good for like 450 or so.
You got a new sway bar in there in the front.
Yeah, iBox sway bars,
I
front
see that.
back.
I see you got new piping. This looks good.
Yeah.
Got some fresh seats.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. I love the evolution.
Thank you.
All right, maybe this will be like a yearly thing. We'll check in with our dude Dalton.
Hell yeah.
I see you repping my boy Chelsea.
Yep, had to do the party
All
up a
the love,
notch.
dude. I love it. is definitely hot. That is for show. What's up, stud?
What's up?
How was that?
That was fun.
Yeah, good job.
I decided to throw some donuts at you, and
Nice leads.
I saw you come over, and I was like, oh.
You saw me coming straight at your door, and I was like, oh, we're doing donuts. Okay, well, let's just do that now.
We did donuts.
It was good, though.
And it looked cool.
Nice leads, it worked well,
stuff.
and our first time, and we've driven at Grid Life, we've driven Hyperfest, but you came out from Maryland to do some demos, and you're a stud, dude. He's been on the channel before, longtime friend of mine, I've known since he was 3 years old, and we've lent him one of our S197s, and he's just been out shredding. So he hit me up, he's like, yo, I heard you're going to Carlile Saturday, can I come drive? And I'm like, why not?
Yeah,
and
it's about an hour for us, so we just woke up this morning, drove over here. And,
perfect.
Good time.
Perfect, dude.
Good
Keep
stuff.
it up, buddy.
Good chases.
Thanks, bro. Found the crab cake spot. I'll have that, please. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my delicious crab cake to come out, I figure maybe I'll just chat about Ben last night. I was on my plane on the way here, like literally on taxi, and the plane I was on, because the small one didn't have Wi-Fi, so I was hoping I was going to be able to see the battle. Fortunately, we were delayed a couple minutes, so I got to watch the battle, and I was literally screaming and yelling in my brain, but pumping my fist in the air very quietly, watching Ben. I mean, his lead run was awesome. Made a mistake on a clip, but like totally gapped Connor. Connor was low on the bank, super gap, super shallow angle, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is happening. And like leading into this, I felt this was such an opportunity for Ben to be able to show the world what we know he has and get the monkey off his back from the last couple rounds. And then on his chase, his tandem on the bank was amazing. And then he got in the infield, got lost in the smoke, transitioned too early, off course, and it was just over. And you know, that track, it's like literally one of those things, that's the one thing that you don't want to happen. And my opinion is that he was on Connor's door and he just got a little bit greedy and forgot his marks. And this happens, like in tandem. It's so fun to be that close to somebody and just on their door. You really have to run your own lead behind somebody when you're in the chase, meaning you gotta run their door, but you have to know and be aware where your marks are. And coming off the bank in Orlando, you have to give some wiggle room, like give a little bit of distance coming off the bank, so you can choose when to do your transition and attack and not allow the lead car to dictate that, and also not get caught in the smoke. And Chelsea was out there working with him, continually like reinforcing that, but in the heat of the moment, he just wasn't able to make it happen. And you know, that is just one of those things that is experience. You know, it's those muscle memories and those reminders and those scenarios that you have to make these mistakes to cement them in, unfortunately. I'm not saying everybody does, but many need to make the mistakes to understand why they're being told something and how to do something. So I'd be lying if I didn't say it was disappointing, but it's also what I expected this year to be. And I see a lot of people be like, oh, Ben's not doing it, this and that. Like, yo, you gotta remember, this is a huge step, right? 1,000 horsepower and 255 tires is way different than 1,500 horsepower and 315s when it comes to the grip. Thank you very much. When it comes to, you know, the grip and the control that, you know, you need, and frankly, the focus, you know, things are happening so much faster in this car for Ben than he ever has. And he's got to get comfortable, then he's got to get to the place where he's relaxed and focused and he's able to slow the car down. And we're just not there yet. So we're getting there. I'm very proud of his progression, and hit him up last night. I'm like, yo, you know, you almost had it. You know what you did. We just got to work on it. We got to work on the focus. We got to work on the consistency. But I'm very proud of you and your progression that we're seeing. You know, it'd be one thing if he just wasn't getting it, but every time he's getting better and better. And this is very much similar to Adam. You know, when Adam got in our car, you know, a lot of people said the same things. Adam's this, Adam's that, our car's that. But it's just time. It's a big change. It's just what it is. So really proud of Ben. And now it's all eyes on James. You know, they're about to go hit practice in a little bit. And I'm excited to keep in touch with what's going on. I've been talking to the team all morning. I'll focus on him to leave here spraying champagne. So let's see what happens. Take our first bite of crab cake. I'm gonna judge it super hard. Oh yeah, a little piece of shell in there. That's how you know it's good, hand-picked. That's quality. Quality crab cake. Big fan. What a freaking whirlwind of a day, friends. Session 2, session 3 was so fun. I started getting a little bit extra. I was getting up to 60 miles an hour on that little track and flicking it sideways and saving myself from going through the fence like every time. And it's always fun to push the limits. And now I'm going here to kick off the Burnout contest. And it seems like there's some interesting vehicles lined up for that. So these are Burnout cars. Okay. James about to go right now, baby.
2 practice laps this week in the car. The new set.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Here we go.
Here we go. James Machine Dean, that AutoZone Mustang. Coming down, chasing down James the Machine. Matt comes in hot. Whoa! Here comes the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD. So James Dean, here he is again, having just, a tumultuous season. His car catching on fire on Tuesday at Long Beach, comes back, wins the event. That AutoZone Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD on middle tires, now coming around that inside clip, transitions here. So, Jared Madison, looks like he put the car in the right places. James Dean, makes it down.
Oh my gosh. James is so freaking good. Yes, I am watching, Jared. I hear you with the shout out. So this track is tough for everybody on tires. So Derek got a little bit of gap on him on the last turn, but Derek made a lot of big mistakes, and James is definitely going to get this. But yeah, the second lap is a challenge when you don't get to carry the momentum. So 2 things happen. James is on his second lap tires, and Derek made a big mistake coming off the bank. So he wasn't able to carry the momentum, and we're gonna get it. So nice. And that'll put him up against the winner of Castro and Turk. All right, so evidently I'm getting suckered into doing a little kickoff of the Burnout pad. I've never done a Burnout contest in my life, so I'm not doing a contest, but I'm gonna kick it off. I think I'm just gonna go in there and do a Australian style tip in and just flick it in and just stand on it and shift it up to third and see what happens. So I left my ears back at the rig because I wasn't expecting this. So I ripped some Recaro foam out of my seats for earplugs. See how this works, friends. So my day, I'm finally getting time to go look at cars, but everybody's leaving. And here's the RTR owners tent. We had, I think, 10 owners here. And this is Matt, I know him. He was one of our first owners early. So I'm gonna still cruise around, see what we can see, but I think I'm unfortunately not gonna be able to see the Foxes or go see, I think a lot of people have left. It's been a long, hot day for many, but let's cruise and see. These ones are real cool. So that's the front end I like, little Mad Max-kiss. I think that's like an 83, maybe. And then I would do something like this with the GTS light inserts. Cool, a little 5-liter in there. You know, sometimes you gotta put coyotes in things. Pace cars. Oh, look at all these beds, holy crap. Could you imagine bringing all that stuff in here? Showing 60th year Mustang celebration. And this is where they've got some serious select badass machines. Ooh, undercover police interceptor, come on. That's the front end. That's it, that's the front end that I need on my Fox. Some slick rides in here, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. 2-3. Oh, look at that. Fun over steering wheel. That thing is sick. Ooh, the Galaxies. Don't sleep on the Galaxies. Ooh, look at this little drag car. I love old school 60s drag cars. Look at that bad boy. 68 titles here. Clean front end. Like, I don't need any more projects, you know? These are the types of things you think about. Do I have time? No. What an idiot. I'm literally looking over here at the wrong things. And there she is. You know? In all its glory. I just literally went right by it, and I was so fixated on the Spirit of 76 and the Moreau Handler that I completely passed by the beloved RTRX. I was wondering if it disappeared. What is this? So 63, this was the Mustang concept before the Mustang everybody saw. That's kind of cool. Econoline, dude, with the zoomies out the side. Come on. All right, friends. Well, I just landed back in Charlotte and left the airport, and I've been pulling over on the way home, watching James battle his way to second place. Super pumped on the result. Obviously, it was a lot of fun watching him battle. For sure, Manoa, who I know, like, James is like his idol, and it's been fun to watch their few interactions in person. One more time was, I think, a good call. And then him and Connor, obviously, was super cool. And I think what happened on the bank, why James made contact with Connor, was just one of those, like, perfect case scenarios. James was charging. Connor had a quick lift and took a second to pick the throttle back up. Not negative in any way. It was just one of those, like, closing distance on both sides, and just those, you know, normal adjustment, I feel, from Connor. So I don't think there was any foul play or anything, and I think, frankly, it was a good call. I think it was not necessarily Connor's fault, and James was just doing what he had to do to put the pressure on. So fun to watch them battle it out. I know what that means for them and their background and stuff. So, you know, I think international drifting, you know, I think it's just really cool what's going on. You know, it was a lot of fun to see the young bucks, Brandon Sorensen, get third. Amazing. I've been watching him. I remember I met him at an event. He was like, I don't even know, 11, 12 years old, and off-road event. And they said he was coming drifting, and to see him getting on the podium now is sick. So yeah, it was really cool. Tough to watch from afar, if I'm 100% honest. It was fun nonetheless to watch, and, you know, this is what our Formula Drift team is. You know, I'm not going to be there all the time, so I got to get used to that again. Yeah, so I don't know what the guys got from behind the scenes, and I wasn't able to film, you know, while I was watching, to give, like, overviews of the complete event like I wanted to, because I left the GoPro with the team at Carlile, not thinking about it. So I don't know what the guys got from behind the scenes. I believe it was pretty drama free. I believe we were ahead of the car this round, and those improvements that we've been making on the team side were also seen this weekend on many fronts. So hats off to the RTR team. Thank you guys so much for all the effort and you know, earning amazing another result. Huge points weekend for us. And yeah, we threw it down in Orlando. So I know James and Ben are going to Adam's house tomorrow, going to the compound, and doing some fun stuff with BC, and Chelsea will be there. So bummed I missed that, but I will be here with the fam, doing some swimming, getting some things done around the house, and getting ready for a week of fun. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Much love. I know it kind of bounced around, but, you know, we're going to do what we can to keep bringing some content and show you guys what's going on. See y'all soon.